Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PCT Podcast, episode 20. We are pre-recording this just because some stuff has come up and we won't be able to do it live. So we won't be reacting to your comments live, but you can still chat amongst each other and stuff like that and have a conversation. Regardless, I am joined by Jake, pretty much as always. Pretty much, you weren't here last week.
I wasn't here last week.
Unfortunate stuff. Is everything okay, man?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. I'm kind of tired right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're getting these done at 9 o'clock at night, so hopefully we get it done pretty quickly. But
my car kind of broke, so it's been kind of a meh thing. Oh, did I not tell you about what happened?
Mm-mm.
Here, let's introduce. I'll go to a story after this.
And I'm also joined by the one, the only, Miguel.
Okay, story time.
Oh my god. How you?
I said introductions and story time.
Oh my god. How you been, Miguel?
We're about to graduate, so.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Long time coming.
Some of us.
12 years in the making. Yeah, Max isn't here because he's currently completing some classes that he needs to graduate.
We should do some classwork, Jalen.
No, I'm done. It's over.
Okay.
All right, story time. Let's hear it.
So, if you're listening to this and you're from Oak Ridge, you might know about the some call it a parade. I called it traffic. That they arranged for a senior send-off, where basically Oak Ridge created traffic and then held your cap and gown hostage, and also if you had like me, I had what are they called, like mobile hotspots that the school gave out, and also my sister still had to return her textbooks. So I decided, we have to go out there anyway. I was like, I'm just gonna go when they do the overflow stuff because I didn't want to wait in line. I was hoping like the traffic would die down by then. And we're leaving. My car had already kind of been acting a little weird, and I'm going, and then we're like basically stuck, and we can't move. We're not even like anywhere close to the school, and we're just in traffic, and we're waiting and we're waiting. It's not till like we'd been there for almost 3 hours, and I'm finally in the A parking lot. Okay, my car starts doing this weird like rumbling sound. Like really cool like sports cars and stuff, when like you hear the engine, it's like that. My car is a 2001 Honda Accord. It shouldn't be doing that, and it was.
Your car did the stutter.
Yeah, it started stuttering, and it like when I tried to like go forward, it would like be like I was hitting on the brakes at the same time.
Be like jumpy.
Yeah, and then it just started like making this loud noise, and then I go to like turn a little bit, and it starts doing it again. And I was like, oh crap. Then my sisters are like, oh, I'm gonna walk up to the front and see if we can turn in the stuff, and we don't have to wait in line. I was like, okay, that works. Ask about the cap and gown stuff, and they leave. It had also been starting to pour rain, and it was just like pouring, and they come back. They're like soaking wet, and they're like, okay, we can just leave because you can pick up your cap and gown next week. You don't actually have to stay in the traffic thing. And I was like, oh, that works for me. I started to like turn my car so I can get out of like the line. As I'm turning my car, my steering wheel locks up and my car stalls. So I'm in the middle of this thing. My car no longer works. I like turn it off, give it a second, turn it back on. It starts working. Tons of lights on my car start popping up. Like check engine, some red ones, some yellow ones, I don't even know. Then like all of them turned off. And then just the check engine light turned back on, and I was like, okay, we need to get out of here. So I like kind of fast, kind of slow, just like trying to get home while it's still pouring rain and trying to get out of like the way of everyone. I finally make it home, and I was like, man, It has already been a day. We didn't come back to it. We weren't even halfway done, and we were already like 3 hours there. I don't know how anyone could stay in that thing. That was a horrible
You gotta get
experience.
that. You gotta get there early.
Yeah.
It's all about
Well,
the
it was
sign.
like supposed to be by last name. It was supposed to be like last name.
Yeah, but knowing our class, I highly doubt people went when they were supposed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, and I was like, and mine was since my last name is Schindler. I had to wait till the end, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait till 1. And even then, it was still 3 hours. Wasn't even halfway done, and my car breaks. Now my car's in the shop.
Hmm.
Don't know how long that's gonna.
Your car caught the big C.
For real, yeah. What was it? Big red code C.
Big-
Yep, big red code C.
Yeah.
My God.
I was about to say it. I had to catch myself.
Take
That was pretty.
that YouTube.
That's pretty. I mean, you had quite the week. I've just been playing Final
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Yeah. There was that, and yeah. It kind of sucks. Now my car's in the shop. Don't know when I'm gonna get it back because there's like a whole waiting list because they're under.
Look at it
They
like
can't
this.
do
You at
much.
least got a home, so.
It's true, and it's not like I'm gonna be using my car for much anyway. It's like
Yeah. So just look at it positive. You at least got home, and
Nah.
it's not like you're going anywhere anytime soon. So
Mhm. Well,
yeah,
if
but sometimes it's
something
like nice to just drive around.
if something good did come out of last week, it's the fact that I officially joined the Air Force. So
Yeah,
that's
get this guy out of here.
yeah, Air Force. But I mean,
But
good things have been
no, the
happening.
bright side.
Go.
No, there's one bright side is that yes, Jalen is joining the Air Force. He's gonna be the Wi-Fi restarter,
Screw you.
but he won't be shipped out until after
Oh my God.
season 4 of 13 Reasons Why, which means he gets to watch it with the boys.
No.
Yeah. You're right, Miguel. I am looking on the bright side.
My God. I feel a lot of people are currently looking on the bright side right now. The whole pandemic is currently dying down a little bit. And as far as film and television and stuff like that goes, Zack Snyder especially, he's looking on the bright side as well as DC, because it was actually confirmed today that the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League is coming to HBOMax in 2021. It's official. So the Zack Snyder cut is officially happening, and supposedly,
Who would have thought?
who what? Dude, honestly, I would.
I
never
never
guessed.
thought it was real. I never thought it was real.
Supposedly, they're still doing a little bit of working on it, and it's going to cost $20 million to finish up here.
Jesus.
And and another thing, it's supposed to be a 4-hour long movie, but the rumor is they might split it into 5 TV episodes for the platform.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I would have just done 2-hour movies.
part 1, part 2, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on
King.
that? Because I have some words for Justice League.
I gotta say, Justice League is probably my, I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably like my least favorite DC movie.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It like ruined a lot of the characters for me. Like none of the characters acted like how I felt like the characters are in like the comics or any previous like material.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The problem with that was that I liked all the actors except I hated Ezra Miller. I did not like Ezra Miller as the Flash, but it was my least favorite movie. And then I remember the Snyder Cut thing happening, and they were like, oh, it makes the movie like really good. And I was like, there's nothing. I want to see how you can fix this movie. It's just bad. But
Mhm.
hey, man, I watched 300.
So
I've seen good movies.
that's
man.
what I want to say, dude. Like, I feel like Justice League. I don't want to say, well, it was bad. I feel like it could have been a little bit better if the director would have stayed with it. Obviously, he quit directing it and quit working on it because his daughter killed herself, and he had to worry about that type of stuff. Understandable, but Zack Snyder, I've had a lot of conversations with him or about him.
I was about to say, whoa!
Like, what
I
the
didn't know
fuck,
Pop
guys?
Culture Today was so getting up there.
in tune. No, I've had a lot of conversations about him, and trying to get people's perspectives on his films and stuff. And me personally, dude, all the Zack Snyder movies I've seen, Shaun of the Dead, I believe he did that. Watchmen, 300, Sucker Punch, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel. I, I can't say there's
Cars
very
3.
few movies that he's done that I can say I don't like.
Yeah, it's true.
Everything.
Justice League for me is one of them, though.
Everything. He's credited for directing that movie, although Joss Whedon pretty much did half of it.
Yeah, he did. I thought he did more than half, because didn't he pick it up basically after the what was it, the bathtub scene or something like that?
Something
I'm
like
trying to
that.
remember the. Yeah.
I was very surprised, but the fact of the matter is, I feel like Zack Snyder, he's way more of a visionary than he is a director, without a doubt. The thing is, the movie he has worked on, I personally don't have a huge problem with them. Batman v Superman is probably my least favorite Zack Snyder movie, and I feel like that's not saying a lot, because even then, Batman v Superman is not this terrible flop that deserved a 28%. It's a decent movie. It's just not what it's not what it could have been.
Yeah.
So I for one, and I'm very excited for this. The thing is, I feel like this movie, the only issue I have with this Snyder cut, I feel like it's gonna be way more about fan service than actually fixing what was wrong with it. I feel like, since this movie's been out for 3 years, 2 years, it's gonna be like, okay, let's go on Reddit, let's go on Twitter, let's see what people complain about, then change that. I don't want it to be like that. That's kind of,
I could see that happening.
I feel like that defeats the purpose of this.
I could see that happening where they're just like, well, people said they wanted more of this. The main thing that I really just did not like about Justice League was the dialogue.
Mm-hmm. It felt too
all the conversations just felt so fake and unnatural.
Yeah.
Especially the ending. And a spoiler for Justice League, if you haven't seen it, get a life. At the end, it's when Batman and Superman are talking, and Superman's like, I know you don't like me, and Batman goes, I don't not like you. I was like, I wanted to just bash my head into the closest wall. I was like, what kind of dialogue is that? Who was like, what should we have Batman say? Everyone knows Batman. He's this gritty character, all this stuff. I don't not like you. And that weird smile he gives Superman when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
He has that weird teethy smile. It looks so weird. It's just so unnatural. Same thing with Ezra Miller. All his dialogue is super weird, and I kind of saw where they were trying to give him this kind of a this weird, this personality kind of. It just fell flat because it's the whole thing with Justice League is they try to make all these characters super gritty and dark,
Mm-hmm.
But Flash is not a gritty and dark character.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of came out weird.
I don't know, dude. I feel like the biggest issue with Justice League as a whole was just it being rushed. I feel like the fact that you had all these characters, you essentially had cyborgs, Flashes, and is that it? Yeah, and Wonder Woman. Didn't Wonder Woman the movie come out after Justice League?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, no, did November? No, I think Wonder Woman came out before the movie. Regardless, you had these
because it came out after
BVS,
Batman v Superman.
Yeah. Regardless, you had two very important characters, Cyborg and Flash. Origin story pretty much in there and everything, and it just for me it just felt too crammed for a 2-hour movie. It felt too crammed. I didn't know what I was supposed to be focusing on. I didn't know if I was supposed to be focusing on, Batman hunting down these parademons or, Superman coming back.
Yeah, imagine it was for the MCU, they did Iron Man, okay? Mm-hmm. Then they did Civil War, and then
Yeah.
they did Avengers. Like
Yeah,
that's basically the path that the DC universe took. Was like Iron Man 1, Civil War, Avengers, and then nothing for like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, and then they did a Hawkeye movie. Basically, is how to equate.
what's it called with Batman v Superman? Like, I feel like they should have maybe pushed that later on in the line, not put it the
Yeah,
second movie.
definitely.
That was just weird to me. Like, you have Superman 1, then Superman 2, and you
Mhm.
have just something something else. Maybe you put Justice League there.
Yeah,
But
build the
don't-
universe first
Yeah.
before you just put them all in one place.
Yeah, with Batman v Superman, I was like, well, you just killed Superman. Why'd you do that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was the second outing. That was like dumb to me.
honestly,
And then I was like, Batman's out here to kill, so what is that all about?
I didn't like that. I didn't like the
Yeah.
killing Batman thing.
It's like to me right now, I'm like, well, that Batman is pretty much in canon with the Teen Titans Robin, with him killing everyone.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think like if they had just followed like the kind of the MCU model,
Yeah, I feel like that's
They
that's
could've
a bittersweet
done
thing
some
to
way
say.
cooler stuff.
I feel like that's such a bittersweet thing to say though, because
I get it
obviously,
because it's like topping, but like still, I
yeah,
mean,
But-
it works. It works. That's it, dude.
Yeah.
It works. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. At
because
this
I could
point,
totally see. Like I could totally see. You do your Man of Steel 2 or whatever.
Mhm.
Batman movie, Wonder Woman movie. Maybe Flash, maybe save Cyborg, because I mean, there's not much you can do with Cyborg except for during Justice League.
Mhm.
Then make your Justice League movie, and then if you want to, do kind of how Marvel did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
That's when you start introducing like Green Lantern.
mm,
You get Green Lantern, you get some of like the magic-y characters like Zatanna,
yeah.
stuff like that. Like Doctor Strange, or not Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate.
Mhm.
You could because I mean, Marvel and DC, as much as they're different, they're still basically the exact same thing. They're just, they're comic book superheroes.
I feel,
all of like the characters are basically just copies of each other.
I feel like it's pretty weird to think that Man of Steel came out 7 years ago, and at this point in the
Yeah.
MCU, we were at Avengers: Age of Ultron, and
Mhm.
Yeah,
like I think Ant-Man as well, and I think I think that DCU's in this position right now where like they are hanging on by their last limb, and they
Yeah.
like this. If this doesn't do well, I feel like they're gonna pretty much just scrap everything. I don't even think they're gonna do Flashpoint for this anymore. I think they're just gonna scrap it, and I think the reason why they're really pushing this, especially on HBO Max, is to see if there's an audience, and if there is, I mean, months ago there was already rumors that a Man of Steel 2 was still like possible. Like people like Henry Cavill wouldn't
I don't even know what you could do for Man of Steel 2.
exactly destroy another city. Henry Cavill was still down to reprise the role, but as of right now, everyone left, dude. No one is like Ben Affleck
Yeah.
left. Gal Gadot is still Wonder Woman, but only for 1984 for the time being. Henry Cavill left his role. I think Ezra Miller's no longer playing Flash.
I'm pretty sure he's gone.
It's up in the air for him, I think. But like, dude, no one cares about this universe anymore. That's because it was built up so poorly. So,
Yeah, like I said, that was my favorite thing though, was the casting. I thought the casting was pretty well.
dude, the casting was
like except
perfect.
for Flash.
Yeah.
For me, I just didn't like Ezra Miller as Flash. He just gave off this like kind of weird, creepy vibe to me.
Yeah, no, dude, I 100% agree. I think Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are like the best iterations of Batman and
Yeah.
Superman we've seen
Gal,
on screen.
Gal Gadot,
Yeah.
I think she's pretty good as Wonder Woman. I mean, we haven't really seen Wonder Woman in the movies before,
Hmm.
but like you know who Wonder Woman is, and she does pretty well with it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with Cyborg. I kind of had a problem with the way they did his character in the movie, but like the guy who played him, I was like, I mean, I wasn't expecting like anyone really big to be like, oh, I wish I can get the part of Cyborg.
Hmm.
You know,
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
It was
I like casting as well.
this.
Uh, yeah,
I feel like this whole entire universe was just simply put wasted potential. It could have been so good. You know,
yeah,
having a darker superhero counterpart to the MCU, which is a lot more lighthearted. I feel like this could have been the way to go.
yeah.
But
That's what I really liked about Man of Steel was it was like
I love that
you
movie.
kind of saw a little bit of like an origin. That was what I kind of liked about Man of Steel. It was like you got a little bit of an origin story where it's like, oh, planet exploded, crash, boom. Okay, we're done.
Hmm.
I like that already because I was like, I'm done with superhero origins. Everyone knows Superman fell on Earth. Everyone knows Batman's parents got. It's like we're done. We don't need it. Like with Man of Steel, it was like falls, boom. Okay, we're doing Superman stuff now. And I was like, that's good. I
Yeah,
like this. I don't want to have to sit in a theater for like 40 minutes until he goes, I think I should be a Superman. I was ready, and
I like what
that was great.
I like what they did with his origin though. You know how it was.
Yeah,
It did take about 40 minutes for it to fully him become Superman and the whole like flight sequence with him.
yeah.
It did take about 40
But
minutes.
it was interesting at
It
least.
was. I mean, you got to see all his stages of life. They did the whole Krypton
Yeah,
thing in about 15-20 minutes, and then that was it. And then, like, you
yeah.
saw him as, like, a young adult, then back to a teenager and stuff like that, and a little kid. I thought, and this goes back to Zack Snyder. Say what you want about his movies. I love how he directs movies. I love his directorial style. And it's funny because you can watch 300 and you can watch Man of Steel, or you can watch 300 and Watchmen, and you don't even have to know that he did both those movies. You can just watch them
Yeah,
and be like, "That's a Zack Snyder film."
he does do like a lot of like darker, but not just like tone, but like also like lighting.
Hmm.
Makes a lot of dark movies
And slow motion, a lot of it.
and slow motion.
But me personally, like I said, I'm excited for it. This
I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, this is definitely worth an HBO Max free trial. So I'm gonna utilize it on
It's
this.
definitely worth a free try.
I'm definitely gonna utilize it on this without a doubt.
I'd be wasting money not getting it.
I used my jailbroken Fire Stick to watch it.
Did you
Like
just?
all those people taking the those AP tests on like their Nintendo DS.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's all I want. The whole entire thing about the Snyder Cut is that it's supposed to be in the vision of Zack Snyder. I don't want this to be a movie that's fan service. Oh, they didn't like this
In
one.
the vision of Reddit.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like that. And that's my biggest fear with it. They still have so much time before this actually comes out. We don't know when in 2021 this is coming out. So I really don't want this to be,
January 1st, 2021.
maybe. Another thing is, I thought about this. I think there's a high possibility that this might be, if it's a movie rated R, if it's a TV show TVMA. I really do think so.
Didn't he say that? Didn't he say like it was supposed to be rated
What is it?
R? He wanted it to be rated R, but like they wouldn't let him.
Probably. I feel like I feel like he has a lot more leeway with HBO as a streaming
Yeah.
service.
I think it will be better than Justice League. I think it will be better than Justice League. I don't know if it will be good. That's my thing.
That's what I'm saying too. It's almost guaranteed to be better at this point.
Yeah.
But will it?
I'm like, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think will be changed? Like, okay, say we know it's gonna be longer, but like, what do you think's gonna change?
Henry Cavill's mustache.
Where are they just gonna
have a mustache?
They're
just
gonna
gonna have the mustache?
they're just gonna leave it in there. They're not gonna CGI it off.
I kind of want to see that.
No, I think some of the things
Superman
that
rocking that stash.
so the mullet. So that's actually one of the things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
That was something, the black Superman suit and the mullet.
Yeah.
That was something that Zack Snyder was wanting in the original version of the movie. So
That's classic stuff.
I think we might see that. I think the story is definitely it's getting reworked 100%. I really don't think what we got was the
movie.
backbone. I don't think what we got was the backbone of what Zack Snyder wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was really shoehorned in by Joss Whedon.
Jalen, what would you rather watch? Rise of Skywalker or Justice League?
I'm watching Rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry. That's hard.
Really?
That's hard, but I think I would rather watch Rise of Skywalker.
Interesting.
Because at least I can make fun of it. Justice League's not even a fun movie to make fun of.
I'd rather go outside and play. Some of us want to stay inside and watch movies all day.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. We'll definitely keep you guys updated on any more popping Justice League Snyder Cut news.
Speaking of Justice League, Jalen,
Mm-hmm.
my copy of Justice League Apocalypse comes tomorrow.
Hey. Hopefully, yeah, we can probably watch it tomorrow night. I'm down.
Yeah.
Give a little review.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, we're pushing about half an hour here. We're going to keep this podcast as well as next week's podcast about half an hour. So expect this just for a couple of weeks. Sorry that stuff came up, but we thought that
It is Jalen's fault.
It is my fault. We thought that we'd at least,
He's a horrible human being.
get something out for you guys instead of just leave you guys in the dark. And I want
you to know, I'm going to cut you off here because I think you're going to end it, and I don't want it to end yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know that I am on, I just finished the first Lord of the Rings movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched all the Hobbit movies. I'm watching all the extended cuts.
No, they're like 4 hours long.
Yeah, I'm over 9, 10, 11. I'm over 12 hours so far.
Mm.
2 more movies left, each around a little bit over 3 hours. It's going well. It's going well. Okay, you can end it now.
But no, in all seriousness, I just want to say I do appreciate you guys for coming out, and this is a Wednesday. Normally you guys might be chilling with the homies, or Miguel, I know you a player, so you might be out with the girls right about now, but we came together.
Come together.
They're changing that too. They're changing that too. They're changing that too.
Wait, no. I like that song. I thought that was a cool trailer. Remember when like he's in the Batmobile and he crashes through the building and it's like, come together right now.
Yeah, in 2022 we're getting the Schindler cut of
yeah.
Justice League.
It's only Cyborg.
Oh my god.
It's just really cool. Yeah, no, not more screen time. The equal amount of screen time he was already in, but it's just him.
This movie's gonna be like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
Cyborg's point of view.
Dude, that's how they should make it. They should make a point of view version for each character of the movie.
It's just in first person the whole time.
The Affleck cut.
The Ezra cut.
That would be a way to make money.
No way.
Make a movie that is from there's like 3 people and it's the point of view of those 3 people but over 3 different movies.
Hardcore Henry, but a trilogy.
So it'd be like Cloverfield with the 3 main characters.
I didn't say it actually had to be first person.
I think
it's from their point of view of the you silly little man.
Little rascal.
Chronicles the first person.
Chronicles Riddick.
I hate Vin Diesel. With that being said,
what?
With that being said,
what did you just say?
We appreciate you all for coming out, and we will see you guys
next week.
Peace out, guys.